Day number 3. Welcome, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the Earth, the Mother Earth, and the suit of Earth. And so since I'm out here in nature in Hemingford, I thought that I would try and find some pine cones and stones that represent Earth. And because we're all so cooped up inside, I thought I would bring a little outside in as much as we possibly can enjoy it together today. So here are my pine cones, and I also found this volcanic rock right here. It's a nice flat rock. And so I just wanted to remind myself as well and everyone else that even though we are staying in isolation, that there is still a wonderful world outside, and we want to make sure that we are healthy and happy so we can then go enjoy the outside world after we are able to leave our homes once again. And I think this is a great time as well to reflect on your own healing, as well as how we're gonna heal the earth when we're able to do things outside. So I'm gonna put the pine cones and my rock away. And today I thought that we would do our tarot reading on resilience, on how to stay grounded and how to keep focused and how to not let fear ruin our future as well as our present. And yes, this is a terrifying time right now, but we have to be able to do things that keep us concentrated and connected. So that is what our tarot card reading will be about. And so I'm going to shuffle the deck, and I'm going to split the cards with that intention about resiliency and groundedness, and how in this time of uncertainty that we can continue as best we can with our daily routines and things we love to do that make us happy. Here we go. I'm going to split the deck. And so the first card that I pull out here is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is a warrior of the earth. So he has a wand that he's holding here, and he is explaining how in order to heal ourselves, we have to be one with the earth. And I think that's a really great message for the intentions that we set today on our journey of being grounded and self-love, and the idea of forward thought, and not just be anxious and obsessing about the present moment in this uncertainty that everything is in right now. So that's where we're at here. It's the Prince of Wands. So if you feel like you need a little push in self-care, just think of him, and he represents the wonders of the earth. And we always have the mountains and the grass and the sky and the water and even fire to remind us that the earth isn't going anywhere. And if we stay safe and sane, then we're not going to go anywhere either. And we're going to help each other and help our earth, and we will get through this time of unsafety and the unknown. So this is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands represents basically 4 walls. So it represents family, it represents home, it represents hearth, and it represents the outdoors too, and marriage to our families and ourselves and marriage to the world that we live in. So I think we should take this card and understand that it is time to really finally understand that we are one with the world and we are one with each other. And no matter how big the world is, even from here to Australia, like we are all connected, very much so, and we have to be here and strong for one another. So that's what the Four of Wands represents. And this is the subconscious, what we're feeling subconsciously, what's brought up in our dreams, what's brought up when we're not concentrating on something. It's the Four of Swords, and a lot of us are feeling scared and anxious and want to withdraw from ourselves and from the world, maybe completely, maybe just for now. And that's what is holding us down right now, is the Four of Swords, and it's a very scary, very anxious place to be. So when we feel this energy, this negativity in us, just remember to take a couple deep breaths and really just ground ourselves and remind ourselves that we will get through this and there will be a future to look forward to. And in the meantime, when we are struggling with uncertainty and fear, the idea that there is still this magical outside world that we can and will look after better when we all get out of this is something to look forward to. So stay strong and don't let your fear and thoughts take over too much. This card is the Lovers. So this card is sort of the present day card right now, and the Lovers obviously represent sexual love, passion between two people. It also represents passion between you, yourself, and the gods you believe in. And if you don't believe that there's gods, then the earth that you need to take care of. So this is really reminding ourselves that there's still tons of love in this world, and everyone is reaching out to their friends and family at this time. And it shows that even in times of such despair, there is lots of love and just caring that's going on. Even though we can't touch each other or see all our loved ones, we still are thinking about each other all the time. So that's present. So this is in the past, this card here. This card is Judgment. So the idea of judgment is a right and a wrong. So there was maybe a better way to go about taking care of the citizens on our planet with all of this catastrophe going on right now. Maybe there was other ways to get the government to be more sequenced and more together. Maybe there was a way that we ourselves could have changed things in a different manner that would have manifested this situation differently, but we're unable to go back into the past. And so I think that judgment is not fair for ourselves and not fair for our friends and family and other people all over the planet. And we didn't know this was coming, and we have never seen anything like this before. So there was nothing in the past history of the world that could have gotten us to better manage what's happening right now. So I think that we all need to give ourselves a break and a hug and say thank you for our health and our family, and maybe give ourselves a bit of a gray area instead of making it such black and white. So this is the near future. It made me smile right away. So this is the sun. So whatever the sun means to you, it could mean, it's obviously bright hope and happiness for the future. It's more of a masculine card than a feminine card, but it's a card for everybody and every gender and sexuality and everything in between. So this is really a great card, and it just represents hope and happiness and um, fresh air and sun. And that's the near future. So that's nice. We're not going to have to wait too long for that. This is the far future. So we're still going to have to be a little bit careful and introspective about how we go about life in the far future, but it's going to get better. There's hope, and I think the spiritual seekers within us are going to find blessings and find just lots of things to be concentrated on and looking forward to and creative with in the coming weeks and months. So this is the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles, this is about how other people view the situation, or other people besides you see what's going on. And most of the people out there see that there needs to be work put into it. There needs to be work for your neighbors. There needs to be coming together societally, coming together for the planet, everything I've been talking about, really. And it all comes up here in the card. So if we make each other smile every day, that's what I'm trying to do with these readings. If we make each other a good cup of coffee in the morning, or tea, or whatever you like to stimulate your body and mind, just know that if we don't band together, we won't make it through together. So even though we might not necessarily be able to stay around our loved ones and our families, if we're not living with them, we still need to be there for one another. So this is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is a card for communication. And so even though we might not be able to be in the same room with each other, or be in the same home as one another, or be in the same office as each other, or go to the cinema, or do all the things that we love to do, since everything in the world is canceled, we still need to communicate with one another and keep those bonds strong, even though we're not with each other every day as much as we've been in the recent past. So just keep that in mind, and know that some people are, not as good as others, and maybe they're alone, or they're with people but they're still lonely, and just watch out for that and reach out and make their day. So this is your hopes and your fears. Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is all about just nourishing yourself and nourishing our planet as much as we possibly can. And this is what this whole reading has been about. And it's our intention as well to be more grounded and to be more certain in the way we do things every day, to be able to concentrate on things and concentrate on our health and concentrate on the planet's health. And that's really maybe what this break, even though it's terrible things are happening to so many people around the world, maybe the planet needs a break. Maybe the world needed a break. And this was the plague, I guess, that we needed to have. And it's Passover soon for us Jews. And, Passover really represents all the plagues that happened before we were able to escape Egypt. And maybe this plague is going to show us that, we needed to escape the way that we were living, or else our world wouldn't exist for much longer. So this is our hope that, we're going to learn from this before it's too late. And it's not my favorite card. And I picked this card up, and it's the Death card. And even though it's a scary card in this situation, especially, it really just means a huge shift and a huge change is happening right now all over the world, in ourselves. The people that we think we are, the people that we wanted to become, we need to step it up. We need to step up to save ourselves, to save our planet. We need to really be truthful to who we are and what we want in our daily life. There's no rules anymore. No one's going to say yes or no to you. Like, use this time to really figure out what you want to be for yourself, for your family, for the world. And we're gonna change our world, all of us witches and pagans and community, where it's time to change. So that's what this card represents. And then for the real overall reading is the Page of Pentacles. So again, the Page of Pentacles is about standing up for what we want for the world, and the Pentacles really is a suit of earth, is a suit of stability, is a suit of groundedness and togetherness. So I think with all of our love, we can do this and make ourselves and our families and the world a safer place. So those were pretty intense cards, and I think that we learned a lot today. I think that we learned that we need to come together for ourselves and come together for the earth and for the animals. And I'm just looking at my cat, and for each other. And so I think that even if we are in our most desperate and anxious time, with our way of thinking and our scary thoughts, that we have to remember that the world really does need to change, and it does need warriors, and we're going to be the world's warriors. So I think that's a huge message today, and I hope you really enjoyed this reading, and I hope that I put a smile on your face, and that you have a beautiful day, and do something nice for yourselves and others today.